Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Friday night's calendar.
And here are tonight's main stories. But first tonight, campaigners say they're stepping up their efforts to prevent an asylum seeker from Sheffield facing a £100,000 bill for emergency hospital treatment.
Yes, Simba Mujikachi came to the UK in 2004 as a teenager, but during his fight for asylum, he suffered a stroke which has left him partially paralysed.
Well, the Sheffield Hospitals Trust says while they're sympathetic to his situation, they have no choice but to follow government legislation. David Hurst has our main story.
Well, next tonight, new rules requiring students in Sheffield to disclose their COVID status in order to go to a club night at a bar in the city. The
University of Sheffield's Student Union has published the guidance for students attending events at its Foundry nightclub, but concedes that they can't turn people away.
I remember the Foundry well. I went to university in Sheffield, but this comes just weeks after the government scrapped plans to bring in so-called vaccine passports, which would have required anyone going to any nightclub in England to show proof of vaccination against COVID-19. So what's going on? Jonathan Brown reports. OK, still to come. We meet the police investigating gunshots fired at a house in Sheffield are asking for anyone who's seen anything suspicious to come forward. It happened. A new diagnosis centre which will provide life-saving checks is going to open at the Glassworks in Barnsley. It's one. First buses in Sheffield have announced they will be cancelling some services due to a shortage of drivers. The company, an exhibition celebrating the Windrush generation, will open in Hull tomorrow as part of Black History Month.
Now, today marks the start of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a woman from Yorkshire who wants more of us to know about the signs and symptoms has set her sights high, very high in fact.
Hayley Whiteley has joined a group of women to scale the O2 Arena in London to raise awareness of the condition. Now, it's all been organised by ITV's Lorraine as part of their Change and Check campaign, and we sent Lauren Hall along too. An amazing group of women and lovely Lorraine as well. Good on them.
OK, the ITV Evening News continues at 6:30. Here's Lucrezia Millarini.
Well, on to sport now, and the season has come to an end for Hull KR after they were beaten in the playoff semi-final by Catalan's Dragons last night.
Yes, the game was played in the south of France, where only around 200 fans could make the trip, but around 2,000 of them braved the wet British weather to cheer on their side on big screens at the KR's home ground, Craven Park.
Now, despite the result and the weather, it's been a season to remember for the Robins, as Arif Ahmed reports. Well done to them anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Lincolnshire flags have been flying and yellow bellies everywhere have been celebrating October the 1st, otherwise known, of course, as Lincolnshire Day. Last year, of course, wasn't the day many had hoped for, but there were plenty of events taking place across the county today to make up for lost time.
I'm still learning about Lincolnshire. I thought he was being insulting when he said yellow belly earlier. But I've learned now. At Lincolnshire Showground, more than 170 children spent the day doing everything from sausage making to flower arranging. Of course, we sent Emma Wilkinson along for a day out. Emma Wilkinson there. I think she was hungry because she kept putting the sausages, didn't she?
All that talk of sausages. I'm absolutely ravenous.
Time for a look now at the latest episode of All Around Britain. Here's Alex Beresford and Ria Hebden.
Worth a watch this weekend, especially because of that appearance from Doncaster's Ben Parkinson. Now, all week we've been hearing amazing stories of inspiring people who've been nominated as Calendar's Fundraiser of the Year for the Daily Mirror Pride of Britain Awards.
Yeah, they've done extraordinary things to help others, and all of them have made a difference in their communities. But the time has come to reveal who will be going to London for the glitzy award ceremony later this month.
Yes, we've enlisted the help.
Well, earlier I got the absolute honour of surprising the winner after inviting them here to ITV Yorkshire for what they thought was just another chat about their fundraising. But that, of course, was a white lie. Here's how it went. Well, I got to sneak onto the cafe set in the Emmerdale studio, and waiting there was 17-year-old George Kavanagh from Grimsby.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm Katie. Nice to finally meet you.
No, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
No, I've heard so much about you as well.
Have you?
Before the surprise of his life, told a bit of a porky pie about why you're actually here today.
Have you?
Because we are actually here, and you're actually here with us, so that we can give you this. Because you are actually our ITV calendar, Pride of Britain, fundraiser.
It's edgy, I like it.
It's meant to be.
Brilliant. Let's get this on display then, shall we? Let's flipping heck, I'm excited. Really, I'm excited. I can just imagine him sat up there on the cloud going, "Nice one, son." Thank you very much. That's brilliant.
You know what? That was an absolute pleasure.
Blast, yeah, I can
He is
imagine. What a
such a
star.
character. I asked him about his favourite bit of fundraising, and he launched into this whole story about how a massive gaggle of people ran a marathon in December in Father Christmas boxer shorts. But of course, yeah, we've known him a while, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we should probably remind you that we first came across George. He was just 11 years old, and he made this comment to one of our reporters at Calendar, and it very quickly went viral.
Well, I asked him about that moment, you know. And let's just say, the Pride of Britain award ceremony could be interesting if anyone dares to say anything negative about Grimsby.
Don't you worry.
So anyone else who's going, any of those superstars who are going to the
watch
awards,
out.
well, they might need to wear basically a mac to protect themselves from the wet fish and possibly have perfume on hand. But well done, George.
Yeah, best of luck to George and all of the winners. We wish them the best of luck at the National Awards later this month.
Now, talking of winners, we don't like to blow our own trumpets,
Not
but
always.
there were some successes that have come for Calendar at the last night's Royal Television Society Awards, but not with me pronouncing it, for the Yorkshire region.
Yes, we picked up this. It's the award for Yorkshire.
Wonderful stuff. And Emma Wilkinson, who we heard from...
Been no less outstanding. So wonderful to see them recognised at the awards last night. It was a great night,
absolutely-
wasn't it?
And they were really, really overwhelmed as well. And they called them the Famous Five. And it's a tag that I think will now stick.
OK, well, another famous face. Here's Joe with the weather. Thanks, Joe. That's it from us. I'll be back with the late news at 10:30.
The national and international stories are next with Lucrezia Millerini.
But for now, from the team here on Calendar, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.